Hi and welcome back to Arno 2B. I'm your lovable host Arno, coming back to you with another video. Today's video, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm a musician, yes, but like every other musician out there, we all have to have day jobs, and over your life, you end up having lots of different jobs, juggling, that you do to do whatever you want to do in music. So today's video, I'm going to tell you guys about the worst job that I ever had. Now, the circumstances that led up to this job, I don't really want to go into, but it's fair to say that I'd had some really tragic circumstances that I'd gone through prior to getting this job. And I've been in this other job for about 18 months or something, and I had to have some time off work through this thing that happened. So I got offered very shortly after I came back to do my job that I'd been in for 18 months. I got kind of headhunted for this other job, and it was a load more money than what I was on. Same sort of hours and everything. So I was basically hoodwinked into this job and foolishly agreed to doing it just because I thought, time for a change, things are back on the up, maybe a change is good. Boy, was I wrong about that. I remember when I first, the guy that run this company, and let's just say, we'll change the, for legal reasons, I'm going to change the company name and change what this guy was called. So let's just say, for argument's sake, this company was called Touchable Solutions. And let's just say the guy that ran this company, or the sales director, because there was two directors, was called Tom. Let's just say that. Yeah. Very shortly after I started in this company, we had to do this big sales meeting, and what the sales meeting entailed of was the sales director got into a 3-hour tirade on sales tactics and cognitive dissonance and sales margins, and once the doors have been opened, how to really screw people on sales margins and all that kind of stuff. And it was going on for hours, this meeting, and someone in this meeting, it was a really hot room, and he was rabbiting on forever. Just yawned, not out of boredom, just it was a reaction, they just yawned. And this guy turns round, launches the marker that he'd been writing on the whiteboard with at them, smacks them straight in the face, starts effing and blinding at them, kicked them out of the room, then turned to the room and said, if anyone else wants to leave, then there's the effing door and blah blah blah. And I'm just sat there thinking, what the hell have I walked into in this company? So as time went on, I learned that this guy, there's no other words for it. He was a sociopath or a psychopath as well. He was just an absolute nutcase. If a sales guy, let's say, sent out a quote to a client or a prospective client in the wrong font or something, you'd think he'd gone into his house and pissed on his Christmas dinner or something, it was just nuclear reactions at the minutest little things that, just crazy. And I once saw this guy put a bin over someone's head and punch it, and no one in this office was saying anything. Absolutely no one was saying anything. And there were, you were seeing like big burly men cowering like little children, like little scared little boys or something. It was just crackers, this office. So I'm sat there thinking, I'm not going to put up with this shit from this guy. And this guy was like an ex-soldier as well, and he used to always brag about things like he'd done tours of Northern Ireland in the 1980s and beaten people up and interrogated people, and always talking about weaponry and a complete and utter nutcase. But I'd made up my mind. I'm no fighting guy or anything like that, but I wasn't going to put up with this shit. So every time this guy started talking about things like that, I'd sort of, I don't know what the way to describe this is. it's hard to put into words, but every time you say something appropriate about weaponry, inappropriate, should I say, about weaponry or something on those nature, you know, beating people up or something, I would say something, because I thought the only way to deal with this guy is get inside this guy's head. So I'd say something that made it sound like, you know, not only was I in support of it, but, you know, he wasn't doing it properly. Something, you know, those kind of things. And obviously I must have got in this guy's head because he started to think I was a lunatic. And anyway, it came to my day one day that he kicked off with me for no reason at all and started calling me a see you next Tuesday and, you know, really aggressive behaviour and that. So, you know, I just basically stopped what I was doing, slammed whatever I had in my hand really loudly to the table, turned to this guy, looked him straight in the eyes and told him basically that if he laid one finger on me, he better make sure he killed me because, you know, I wasn't standing for it. Obviously the office went silent. And this guy, like all bullies do when they're confronted and showed up to be, you know, total arseholes and what they actually are, just a little coward themselves that like to throw their weight about, because this guy was a big guy, a lot bigger than me anyway, and, you know, he backed down. He went off into his office in a little sulk because someone had stood up to him. I mean, it was unbelievable. You know, and after that, I'd kind of made up my mind I wasn't putting up with this shit from this guy and just, you know, quit this company and got another job in the end anyway, which was a difficult situation because I'd left, you know, the job that I'd been in happily for 18 months, you know, for the lure of better money and stuff. But I mean, like all bullies, he cowered off in the corner and went off for a sulk and stuff. And when I actually left, you know what he did? He sort of shook my hand and told me, you know, how much respect he had for me and more than other people. And I just thought, what an arsehole. What an absolute arsehole. You know, the message of this video is, don't stand up to, you know, don't let people bully you and, you know, push you around and treat you like dirt, you know, because in the end, you know, a lure of money, and I learned that from this job, you know, big time, you know, it's not going to solve everything, you know, especially if it comes at a price like that. So stand up for yourself and, you know, stand up to bullies, basically. Now, I'm going to end this video there, but I want to say before I do, I'd like to thank every single one of you that's subscribed to the channel so far, so thank you so much for that. It means a lot. You know, please help grow the channel. So if you've not subscribed already, please like the channel and subscribe to the channel. Like the video as well, because it will really help obviously grow the channel. But for now, I'll be back with more videos soon. You know, take care of yourself out there, stay rock and roll, and also stay safe.